All right, is everybody with me on this now? Okay, so I ask you to do something. I ask you to tell me or look up um, the way to calculate the percent of change. Who's able to do that? Luca, did you figure that out?
Yeah.
What is it? No. I want to know how to. How do you calculate
First you look up
the difference and then what?
and you divide
Yes, sir. Divide by what?
the original.
That's exactly correct. Thank you, Luca, for looking that up. All right, the percent of change is equal to, normally what we do is we just say it is the change, the percent is the change divided by the original amount. Now, what does change mean to do, Luca? Just do what? Subtract. Now, look, guys, I can't tell you how simple this is. All right, and I'm always amazed at how people don't know this. All right. So whenever you want to figure out what the percent is, it's always the change divided by the original amount. All right, so let me explain how that works. All right, so number one, we went from what? 12 to 18. So what's the change? 6, right? Anybody have any questions with 6? So I want everybody to write down 6 divided by, what was the original amount? What? 12. So now what's 6 divided by 12? No, it's 0.5. Luca, remember the top number goes in first. 0.5. Is everybody with me? But 0.5 is a decimal. It's not a percent. So 0.5 is the same as what percent? 50%. All right. It's the change divided by the original amount. Change divided by the original amount. Come on, it's really, really simple. All right, so KK, you're up. Number 2. All right. Tell me what the change is.
I'm still kind of confused.
Come on. The change. You went from 27 to 30. What's the change? 3, right. So if you don't know that, I want you to write subtract the 2 numbers. All right, that's what is meant by change. Subtract the 2 numbers. But KK, you're smart enough to know that. The change. All right, if you want to figure out what the change is, you just subtract the 2 numbers, correct? So 3. Now, here's where people have trouble. They forget what number. It's always the original. Where did you start at, KK? You started at 27 because we went from 27 to 30. So now take out your calculator if you had one, right? Or pull up your iPad and do 3 divided by 27 and tell me what that is. No one's asking anybody but KK.
Wait, 3 divided by 27?
Yes, 3. No, you did 27 divided by 3. You have the same problem Luca does. You don't know what number to type in on the calculator. The numerator, the top number divided by the bottom number. What is 3 divided by 27 now? Right, so it's 0.1 repeating. Now, because we are smart, we're not going to write that as 11%. We're going to write that as 11 and 1/9%. That's how I would like everybody to know that. Now, how do I know that's the answer? Because it was 0.1 repeating, right? So 0.1 repeating just means a bunch of ones. Is everybody with me on that? So if I move the decimal 2 places to the right, it becomes 11.1 repeating. What is 1 repeating? We've done this all year. You guys should know now. 1 repeating is the fraction what? 1/9. So if you say 11 and 1/9, that just means you're listening to me. If you say it's 11.1%, I'm not mad. That just means you're not listening all the time. Is everybody with me on that? KK. What? I moved it 2 places to the right. Anytime you change a decimal to percent, you move it 2 places to the right. Write that down. Right? The decimal is 0.1 repeating. Do you agree with that, Luca? So now do you understand how I got 11? I moved it 2 places to the right. Do you agree with me or not? All right. Molly, you're up. Number 3. What's the change? And then what do I divide by? Right. And tell me what decimal that comes out to be. Everybody use your calculator. Exactly 0.2. So what percentage is that, Molly? No. How many places do we move the decimal? Right. You move it how many times? Twice, not 20 times, even though I know what you meant. 20%. 20%. Now I've just done the first 3. KK, are you getting better at it? I don't see you doing the dividing. All right. I don't see you doing moving the decimal over. Come on, KK, you got to participate. It's not Come on, girl. Luca, what? To move a decimal to a percent, class, what do I do? Move it to the right 2 places. If you don't know that, what should you do? Write it down. Write it down. Nobody in here has memory problems. You have lazy problems, some of you. Write it down. All right, next. Jolie, go. Everyone has to have 13 divided by 25. Then you write down what? KK, write. .52. 52 what? 52%. KK, you keep asking, okay, kiddo, I'm not mad at you, all right? I want you to tell me if you're not getting this information. Are you dividing it on your calculator?
Yes.
And are you getting 0.52?
Yes.
And so you know 0.52 is 52%.
Yes.
So now you're feeling better. Luca, you good now, right? What?
On the test,
No, I'm not talking about the test.
Okay, I just have a question.
What?
In the future, do we have to write like 52% increase or decrease?
Well, I'm of the opinion, if you don't know if this is an increase or decrease, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It says right increase or decrease.
Okay.
But if you don't know you're going up or down, how am I supposed to help you? Right? I can't help you. Right? Definitely that's a what? Decrease.
Yeah.
Decrease. Some of them are increase or decrease. If you can't tell that, we got a bigger problem than writing increase or decrease. All right, number 5. Let's go. 7 divided by 10. This is what I'm expecting everybody to have that down. And then what? And then what? Everybody has to have 3 numbers. And what we're trying to teach you is that all 3 numbers mean exactly the same. They mean exactly the same. All right, Avery, go. $125. Yes. And I'm waiting. Exactly. Shh. Tell me what the decimal is. Read them out. Okay. So this one we don't really know. All right. So now we're going to round this one. Do you hear me? So you're going to round that to 14.3%. Now, if you have a question on this rounding, I'm okay with that. 14.3%. Does anybody have any issues? Avery, is that good for you? What are you confused about? Come on, speak up, girl. You move the decimal 2 places to the right. So here we go. I'm going to move this 2 places to the right. 1, 2. Now, is that 14.2 or 14.3? Right. What are you asking me? You good now? You good now? On rounding? What? No, it's not negative. It's the difference. You with me? So I understand what you're saying. You went from 875 to 1,000. So you went up 125. You with me? Notice I'm never saying negative. You with me on this? The change is always the highest minus the lowest. You with me? And then you could say, okay, it's either increasing or it's decreasing. You with me on this now? Right? So we don't have to say negative. We're not saying positive or negatives. All right? It's always just a percentage. All right? And that's why when he asked me the question about, do I have to put increase or decrease? We technically should put increase or decrease, but I'm just assuming everybody in here can tell me if the number's going up or if it's going down. Do you agree with me? All right. So, Tyler, you're up. Number 7.
Okay, so it's 4.40.
4.4 divided by.
Divided by 18.
Tell me what decimal that is.
It would be, it's a long number, so it's going to be 243 and then
Wait.
point 243 0 and then the other
Okay, so we don't really need
Yeah.
anything after that,
So-
right?
Yeah, so you can just do 24.3%.
Right. 24.3%. Is everybody good with that? All right. Ashley, you didn't do one, right? You're up. 8. That's exactly correct. And this one seems weird, but don't. Exactly 94? So what would it be as a percentage? How many places do you move the decimal? That is absolutely correct. 9,400%. That just means it went up a whole bunch. Does anybody agree with me on that? All right, which is possible. All right, does anybody have any objections to that? All right, number 9, go. Luca. Exactly. Keep going. 8 to what? Okay, so we're good. So now what percentage is that? 82 what? $82 point what? Yes. All right. Anybody have any issues? All right, Cole, you're up. Number 10.
So you would do, you find out the difference was 78. and
Good.
you Put it on the base number, which is 12,
Good.
and then that would be 650.
Well, I want you to tell me what's 78 divided by 12. 7.5, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, yeah, 6.5.
I'm sorry, 6.5. So then that is what? You were right.
Oh, then it's that'd be 650.
Yes, 650%. I want all 3 numbers. I'm trying to get your brain to understand there is a what? Fraction, a decimal, and a what? Percent. They're all the same. They're all exactly the same number, just written differently. Cole, what's the matter?
Instead of like writing the actual decimal down, I just write times.
No, I want you to put the decimal, please. Put the decimal. I want everybody to put the decimal. All right. Now, the percent of error. The percent of error is just exactly the same. It's the change divided by the actual. Does everybody understand? It's the same formula pretty much, right? Right? Exactly. All right. So we are on Jackson. Go.
Wait, so it'd be 3
Yes.
over 38.
3 over 38.
0.078947.
So if you want, you can round that.
78.9.
What? Jackson, round that properly, please. Don't help him either. Shh. Jackson, what is it? Remember, you're looking at the third one right here. The 9 is more than 5, so it goes up 1. What? What are you talking about?
No negative.
Shh. What, Luca? We already had this conversation. Who did I have this conversation with?
Oh, Ashley.
Ashley. We're not doing negatives. All right. You can tell me whether this is an increase or a decrease. From 38 to 35 would be a what? Decrease, right? What? From 38 to 35.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Zeb, go.
Oh, okay. So it's 50 minus 45 and it's 5 and 5 over 50.
5 over what?
50, right?
Oh, yes, they're sneaky. Thank you. Hey, wow, that was good. Does everybody see how they're tricking us, right? They're switching them up. So you always have to divide by the actual, not the estimate. All right, the actual. All right, so tell me what that is, please. Which is? Now I'm just showing everybody what my work is. I've got the decimal, I've got the fraction, and I've got the percent. That's what everybody has. If you're using a calculator, that's what we're agreeing to. All right, number 13, go, Eddie.
Okay, so you do 1.
Yes,
Actually, no. Oh, yeah. 1 over 3.
yes. Okay, now this one is a good one.
Okay, and then I turn into point, so 0.3 to 100.
Yes.
And then you get 33 and 1 over 9.
Wow, so close. Eddie, I'm really proud of you. So close. It's not 1 over 9, but 3 over 9. Right. So again, that was really good. 3/9, which is the same as 33 1/3%. I really appreciate you on that. Eddie, good job. All right. One little mistake. All right. That's why I want, if you put 33.3%, do I really care? I don't really care. Right. You just haven't been listening. All right. That's it. All right. KK, go.
It's gonna be oh, 70.
We're doing number 14.
Oh,
Shh.
wait, yeah. Isn't it 70 over?
Why 70?
Oh no, 30 over.
I see that. 30 over 200. What is that now? Shh. Stop talking, boys. I want to hear. Uh-oh. Is it 30 over 200 or 30 over 230? Shh. Why? That's the actual. Right. Come on, girl. Go. Tell me what that is.
0.0789.
Like this?
Oh, I know. Wait. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So now what percentage is that?
Oh. 130.
How many times do you move the decimal?
It's 30.
Right, 13%. Come on, KK. All right, Molly, go. Good. Good job. Now, guys, all of these should be called, there's a 12% error. All right, that's what we're trying to find. All right, that's what we're trying to find. Sometimes when you do data, you make predictions and then you want to calculate how bad your prediction was. All right, so you can see if you're doing good work. All right, so next, Jolie, go.
So you do 360, which equals 0.1.
0. Good. Now, listen to me. Yes, I like that. Put 18.75%. I'd also, Jolie, want you to say 0.75 is 3/4. You agree with that? I like 18 3/4%. But if you did 0.75, I wouldn't care. If you did 0.8, would I care? No. All right, I just want you to recognize decimals. 0.75 is the same as 3/4. All right, so now, who's up? 17. 13. Listen, you guys, I'm concentrating. I need to hear her. 13 over what? Good. That's it, exactly? Okay, so now tell me what that is approximately. So it would be what percentage? Yes, 22.4%. All right, Avery, go. Thank you, kiddo. Tyler, go.
It would be 16. 16 divided by 284. And that's 0.05. It's 0.0563. And then you have to do it twice, so it'd be 5.4, right?
I thought you said 6.
I said 0.0563.
Okay, so
So you move it twice,
Right.
It'd be 5.6.
yes. Okay, I'm happy with that. 5.6%. Okay, Ashley, tell me. Nice work. And again, remember, these are all errors. So that means you're off a little bit. All right. Look up here. Would you want an error of 22.4%? No. Do you agree with me? When you're measuring things in science, you got to calculate how correct you are. All right. That's why that is important. Okay. Now, again, KK, you got it now, right? Anybody have any questions? All right. Now, the same exact principle here. I want everybody to write the fraction, the decimal, and the percent. And it's not taking you long because you have a what? calculator, but write the information down. Part of the reason why I like you writing the information down is because it puts it into your brain. All right. I don't want just the answer. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Finish up. You got 20 problems. Most of you guys can be done before you leave. All right. Let's go. 1 through 20. That's it. Homework right now. 1 through 20. Chop, chop. You can get it done. And without talking. What?